Hey, what's up? This is Leonn Carlton here at Brookdale House in E17 with the legendary Reverend Bazil Meade. People, give it up for Rev.
Hello. Hi.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. And how are you?
Well, a bit hot in here, but it's all right.
It is a bit warm in here, Rev.
It's all right.
We need to do something about the air conditioning in your studio.
Start complaining about my studio. Pay the fees to come to the door next time. Okay. Here we go.
So, we just got you in here just jamming away. What are you working on at the moment?
Well, I'm always trying to get my creative juices going. So writing new songs is definitely on the cards at the minute. Need to get some new material out there.
For the choir or for yourself?
For me as well. I think it's time I started getting some of my own songs to perform. I'm feeling an evening, a Bazil Meade evening coming up.
Bazil Meade exclusive.
That's right. Here we go. Give it up.
For those of you who don't know, Reverend Bazil Meade is the leader and the founder of the London Community Gospel Choir.
That's right.
I would say Europe's premier gospel choir because there aren't any.
Right there, you're not wrong there.
There's no one competing with the LCGC.
Yeah, we're very well known all over Europe, and particularly Europe. The other parts of the world are not so hot. People keep saying, well, how come you guys haven't gone to America? But Europe is the place for me. I think we are here. We need to make London the center of gospel music for Europe.
So how did the whole thing start?
Well, the journey's been an interesting one. We started many years ago before you were born. And before you were born...
how many years is that, Rev?
I'll leave that for you to guess. I think at the time there was such a buzz around at in the gospel scene, the churches at the time. There are many musicians playing, people singing in the choirs, probably unlike what it is today. The choirs were the thing, not so much the praise worship groups that are happening. It's the choirs that were the mainstay of churches. They were singing at conventions, at building programs, and we just felt that we wanted to celebrate who we were. Celebrate the music, celebrate this lovely family atmosphere that was happening on the gospel circuit at the time. And the idea came out of that, actually, between myself, a gentleman who's now Bishop John Francis of Ruach, Lawrence Johnson, Delroy Powell. We're the four main idea sources for LCGC.
And you're the only one left, huh?
Well, I think the vision and the passion for the maintaining and carrying this music into another level was mine. As the others soon fell to the side, fell to the wayside, and went on to do other things or concentrated on their own purpose or their own churches. But I felt that this was my vision, and this is what I wanted to do.
And 26, 27, maybe even longer years later, you're still going strong with LCGC.
Oh, absolutely.
Traveling the world.
Yeah, and loving it.
Oh yeah, still. So I mean, you've got to this level now of LCGC as your vision those years ago. What is the vision now? The question I think I'm trying to ask is, you've got to a point now which is unbelievably successful. Where do you go from here? What's the vision? What's the bigger picture? Where do you want to go from this success?
Well, we've been doing a lot of groundwork, and the groundwork has taken a long time. Many people, including myself, would have liked to be further ahead, but things don't just happen overnight, and I think it's important for all the people involved in the music themselves to be mature and have the skills necessary to give it longevity. People say, well, you should have been doing this a long time, but we could have been doing it, but how long would it last? The people have to be ready. And it's a new industry to us. It's a world that needs a lot of time to understand. The musicians need to get themselves on a level playing-wise. Singers, vocalists need to learn what it's to be a professional full-time artist, traveling the world, getting all those experiences. I believe we are there now. We're at a level, at least, where we can now start walking on our own. We've been babes, we've been crawling for a while. Now it's time to start walking on our own feet. So getting our own record labels together, our own publishing, and then taking charge, taking responsibility of the product that is coming out of us. We're birthing it, so we now need to manage it, and that is another learning process there. We're just kick-starting.
And nurture it like it's a newborn baby.
Yeah. We have to go there. I mean, we're laying the foundation for those who will come after, and the worry, if any, is hopefully that they will rise to it and get the heart for it, because you know, there's a lot of things that are happening today where people are just seeing it as a get rich quick thing, and nothing lasts with that kind of attitude. You need to have faith and belief and passion for what you do firstly.
So now, I think that's maybe a fault of the industries as we often discuss, but you're not signed to a label right now, are you?
No.
And you're doing it yourself. Under which record label are you doing it yourself?
MVLS. It stands for the names of my children. It's Leonn.
Who?
Leonn. Sorry, the first one is not Leon. No, it's Marlon, isn't it?
For those who don't know,
that's his father.
It's my father. For those who don't interviewing my pops. My name ain't Marlon. Sorry.
And neither is mine.
It's Marlon, Vanetta, Leon, Stephanie. MVLS Records, and it's the reason of thinking behind that is so these guys would own the years of hard sweat. I mean, they were all birthed into it. I mean, they were traveling, touring places like Scandinavia when they were 1 year old. He was on stage as a choir mascot.
Next to the drums the whole time, just killing my. So.
Yeah, he's deaf in one ear.
The neighbors fell out with us as a result of this bloke getting up early in the morning.
But it's paying off now.
7 o'clock in the morning, straight on his kit.
Wow.
And all you would hear is a racket and the neighbors banging on the door and ringing the bell. Bazil, what's going on? We're trying to sleep here.
But you're a pioneer, so you have to birth brilliance, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I think you're doing right now.
All right, no one said anything about brilliance, man, do you know what I mean?
So let's get back to the choir.
You know, the head's big enough already, do you know what I mean? Don't need to. Anyway, yeah, you said you were working on your own solo thing, maybe a dinner time with Reverend Bazil Meade?
Dinner time, a bit too tame for me. Come on now.
It's more funk, jazz cafe kind of thing.
Okay.
Hard hitting. My roots are sort of people I listen to are musicians like Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah.
That's my roots. Stevie Wonder, and of course all the gospel artists, vocal and the musical arrangements of gospel. It's just quite amazing. So when I play music, I tap into all those people who have, without them knowing themselves, they've invested in me in terms of they've inspired me to play and sing and just feel what I play and believe what I play. So I play it from my heart. Might not be music that everybody could sit down and say, well, you know, that's my type of music, or it's perfect for me, or it's musically correct. But it's heart, and I think for me that's the important thing about playing music that is heartfelt above everything else.
I mean, you find from a lot of the LCGC concerts that the variety of different cultures and different people. That in itself says that the music that you're writing and performing is not to just one particular type of person. It's a wide range. Now, you've travelled to Europe, to Africa, to Japan, all over the place. What was your favourite experience? Which culture, which country?
I think going to Japan will always stay with me as special because, you know, the first time we went there, I wasn't quite sure what to expect. I mean, always heard about Japan being a very extreme culture. They're coming from a culture that's very feudal, you know, and very structured. People know their place and they behave in almost predictable ways. And so I thought I expected people to be almost robotic in the responses, but we were blown away. I certainly was amazed. When the concert started, they just got up and started clapping, and if there were occasions when we'd ask 1 or 2 persons to come on stage and do something with us as a means of interacting with the audience. If you ask for 2, you'd get 10.